Hi, I'm Frank Jensen from Cedar City, Utah. I make saddles and we would like to demonstrate one of them to you. A little about me: I was raised on a ranch, ridden horses all my life, all kinds of conditions. So I feel that I know what we need to do to, first of all, have a saddle that's comfortable to your horse and to you. The saddle I have here is called the SF Bowman, and they modeled this tree for lots of years, and it is a good one. The leather in my saddles is Herman Oak #1. It's made in Kansas City by an old-time tannery, and I think it's the best saddle leather that you can buy. This saddle is a 15.5-inch seat, and it has 13-inch swells and a 3.5-inch high candle with a Cheyenne roll. We have an inlaid cushion seat, which I don't think you're going to find on very many others like this one. Most of them are sewn on at the factory, and they're right in here. And I found that they rub you kind of hard if you ride them all day long. I like the inlaid cushion seat. I get this neoprene rubber, 3/8 inch thick, out of Virginia, made by the Rubitex Corporation, and it is good stuff. I put it in. It's 3/8, and it just takes the sting out of riding all day. And then I put a piece of shaft leather over the top of it, such as this. This is good shaft leather, and put it over. And then I hand sew all this in, which you have to do. You can't do that with a machine. Okay, the point being that there's no seam here to rub on you. There's no bump there to for your leg, so your leg stays smooth. These trees are made of dried lodgepole pine. The cap to begin with is 2 1/4 inches, 3.5 inch here, which gives you plenty of room to rope on. It's put on with 3 bolts, and then the entire tree is covered with rawhide. The underneath part of these trees, I have a double lever, a stirrup leather groove put in both sides. So when you put the stirrup leather in, it lays in that groove, and there's not a bulge there that will rub on your horse. This is smooth. This is called the McCall bar. I'd like to emphasize that. It's got good flare, so that there's a lot of area to cover your horse, so there's not a pressure point on it back in the loin area. Okay, this tree with the McCall bar is different than most of them because it's got what we call rock, and this is about 3/8 to 1/2 inch higher than most saddle bars that are flat. They're making saddles today that are 16.5 or 17, and to me that's kind of going to be really hard on the horse because your weight should be up here and not shove this back. So that's why I emphasize the 15.5 for most everybody, 16 for a great big guy. This is the fenders, what you call the fenders, and it has a quick change coupler on it. The Blevins, it's made in Warren, Wyoming, so it's just a matter of pulling it up and putting the hole in you want. These are 19-inch fenders. You measure them from the top down to here. But this 19 fits about everybody that rides horses, from about 5'6" to 6'4". I ride it, it's just fine. The stirrups are oak, and I turn these fenders when they're wet, let them dry, so they're in this position all the time. I don't like to see saddles this way, which you see a lot of them. They'll fight your knee all day long. Okay, I'd like to talk about the rigging. Now, The rigging position is very important. 7/8 inch position is moved back 1.5 inches, and that's what I put on my saddles. I use the flat plate rig. There's no wad here under your leg. It lays flat and it's on top of the tree, so it pulls down, and there's not a wad here. It rides really smooth. Okay, this is the skirt pattern I use. It's called the California Round, and this is round. Lots of them are square, and as they get older, those square ones tend up in the corner. I put a sweat band, we call it, 2 inches wide all the way around. I'm putting this in. This one will never roll. It'll stay flat on you all its life, and you'll have a nice looking skirt. And on this skirt, I use genuine sheepskin. There's no artificial. Get these hides, they're all tanned, and that's what we use for the padding under here. No artificial stuff at all. They're brass, nickel plated, and I have good Indian tan strings on, so you can tie your raincoat on or other coats. Another thing about these, the strings go clear through the tree. They don't pull out on top like most saddles, or lots of saddles anyway, just have them screwed in on top. On the other side, I have a rope strap with a quick release on. And there's a cinch carrier on the other side too, but I put a rope strap on these. I don't like rough tool leather here. I like it to be smooth but yet attractive. So this is smooth, there's no sharp edges on it, and it's called the Arrowhead stamp. This is a mohair cinch. Mohair is made out of goat hair. I like that better than nylon and things like that. And then I put these sheepskin covers over the buckle so that there's hardly anything to sore your horse or rub it. On the billet on the right side, I use quality leather. And on the rear cinch, I have the 3.5 inch wide rear cinch, and I put this sheath on it, and that is so you can stick this in your back billet on your saddle, and the ropes don't get caught on it, unless you've got a small horse, then it might, but for most horses that covers it all, and I like that. Good quality stuff. Okay, the breast collar. I make a matching breast collar. It's got the the Arrowhead stamp on it, and I leather line it with chap leather, same as the other. This is for a tie-down strap. Again, I enjoy making these saddles and marketing, and thank you for your time.